Hi there, welcome to another episode of Meaningless. This time I want to talk a little bit more about the concept of having to let go of things from the past and how we are being asked by the universal energy right now to allow ourselves to be born again, and how fighting that is futile. So I want to discuss why you are a new person. And what does that mean for you? So we just experienced an eclipse. Today, in fact, when I'm recording this, the 3rd of October, quite early in the morning, around 5 a.m. And why do you care? And why have you felt weird? And what is that feeling bubbling up inside of you? Well, eclipses come in cycles. The north and the south node of the moon move every 1.5 to 2 years. And this is a cycle that brings us an opportunity for change and will, whether you know it or not, whether you believe it or not, whether you understand it or not, will bring situations into your life that will force you to change things. Now, we have been in a Libra Aries eclipse story since April of 2023, and this will come to an end in April of 2025. But the eclipse that we just had this morning in Libra, October 3rd, this is the final eclipse of 2024 and the final Libra eclipse of the cycle. So it really does offer us this energy of closing a story about relationships, contracts, balance, judgment. And we have the South Node also in Libra. Now, the South Node is the energy of things that we inherently know, things that we have learned in our past lives, if you believe that. Karmic lessons that we are here to move away from, to learn from, to experience and grow from. And we are being shown the lessons learned from these karmic situations, from these things from the past, okay? And we are being asked to close out old cycles that are connected to the people, relationships, and contracts of these past versions of us in order to find this new balance. So these lessons are showing us where we didn't show up for ourselves, where we said yes to please someone else, where we should have said no, where we didn't listen to our own desires first, where we keep our secrets, where we hide things about who we are authentically, where we put those things in those little dark places in our mind. And we are being asked to cut ties with any belief systems that we hold from these versions of us, these past versions of us, that are keeping us stuck in this pattern, in this cycle. Now, when we look at the astrology and the archetype of Libra, it is also judgment. So we are doing this letting go process by using our judgment. We are weighing up the give and take in relationships. We are regaining the balance between the me and the we, between ourselves and the others. So this alone, this Libra section, is a huge cycle that we are closing out. And as we move into the next cycle, which began on September 18th in Pisces, we need to be aware of a few things. And that is that the Pisces lesson, it is a much larger cycle. And it is a cycle that started in August 2017. So we have just entered the last 2 years of an 11-year cycle where we are going to be expected to have learned 11 years worth of lessons and to be integrating them into our new journey, involving, habitual changes to our lives. It becomes this new habitual spiritual journey that we have with ourselves. However, this particular ending comes with another huge ending, and that is this energy that is asking us to look back at the versions of ourselves that we have been since 2008 and to throw them in the trash. Throw them in the trash, throw all of the ties that we have to those past versions of us that we use to relate to the world, these past ideas, these past, well, I know it's always been like that. We are being asked to throw those things away because we are being given an opportunity to be reborn again in so many ways. We have been compelled to integrate lessons that we have learned that serve our greatest joy, our greatest purpose, our most soul-aligned journey, and our most obvious authenticity. And we're being asked to leave anything that doesn't fit that narrative, leave that in the past. Now, these are going to be especially things that we have been hiding in our darkness, right? We are being asked to be very disciplined in how we show up and react in the world by understanding the things we are hiding from, the things we distrust, the things we can't see about ourselves because those are the things we project onto other people. Those are the things that shape this reality for us. The things in our shadow are responsible for that. So this means having to look at things like your unconscious drives, your fears, your tendencies towards addictive behaviors and cycles, the parts of us that we are ashamed of, the things we need to heal and evolve so we can grow spiritually as humans. We are dealing with energy in this place of our psyche that we will never see again while we walk this earth. None of us. And we are currently being given a choice to let these things go, to learn from them on our own terms. But on October 11th, when the king of the underworld emerges from his spectator's box where he has been since September 1st, from then until the 19th of November, the king of the underworld is here to lay down the law of change. Now, the king of the underworld, Pluto, his job is to make us see what is in the hidden spaces and to understand them so that they stop holding authority over our lives. And this king, he does not care how he makes us aware of these things. He will take away all of your toys, all of your distractions, until you look at what he is trying to show you, until you see there's a lesson to be learned. The Libra eclipse we just had closed a door. It closed this door to a lot of parts of our darkness, things we hide there, especially relating to how we want to show up in relationship dynamics. And now for the next few weeks, we are the investigators of where the hidden authority stops us from showing up the way we want to in the first place. We are searching for who is running the ship, who is in charge when we are having emotional outbursts, who is in charge when we feel unworthy. We are investigating these things. We are being given an opportunity to do that. So here's the thing. Who you were before the Pisces eclipse ripped a hole in our reality on September 18th is not the person you are now. And more importantly, anyone who you think is going through something and you are waiting for them to return to who they used to be, that is not going to happen, my friends. There is no going back now. This is not an energy we have access to for another 250-ish years. Is that body you're in going to be alive then? I doubt it. So the choice is in our hands right now. And the choice is to take responsibility for your life, for your joy, for the way you are moving forward towards your most soul-aligned purpose. To look at where hidden things are controlling you. And these are hidden things like insecurities from comparison to others, unworthiness programs that we got from our parents or from past relationships, traumas that caused us to alter our emotional reactions at the smallest trigger. We are asking ourselves, how would I show up if I could see all of these shadows? We are being given this energy of being able to see the secrets of what is in the shadow. That is what is available to us right now. And we can choose to look there, investigate. We can choose to turn them into understanding and power. Or we can choose to bury them deeper, to deny them, to repress them again. And that is the choice that we have right now. The people that have shown you who they are since September 18, that is who they are. That is who they are choosing to be now. The door back to who they were or any potential you may have seen, that door is closed. And on November 20th, that door is not only locked, but it's basically going to self-destruct as if it never existed. So moving forward, we have to make our decisions about the future from the version of us that existed September 18 and onwards. There is no blueprint of what this looks like. There is no examples from the past that you can draw on. There are no ties to this old version of you anymore. The door is about to self-destruct. So you need to choose to release the things that are on the other side of the door. And I hope that you make that choice. I hope that you choose the right way, the authentic way. Face yourself, look at your wounds, move towards joy. Because if you choose darkness, if you choose to repress and project, if you choose a victim mentality, if you choose ego and to cling to everything that was, well, my friend, the king of the underworld shall start your lessons from November 20, and you, your spirit, can begin another 250 years of lessons of the soul. Let it go. Choose this new version of you with curiosity and ask them, what is it that they want now? Because the other version of you doesn't exist anymore unless you cling to it with fear and ego. So moving forward, be curious about trying everything. Everything you've ever dreamed of, anything that's ever popped into your mind, be curious about trying those things because you are a new version of yourself and this version hasn't experienced anything yet. You cannot stop yourself from doing something because you've tried it in the past and failed, because this version of you hasn't tried it at all. So remember, we actually live in a meaningless existence, and we get to decide what the meaning of everything we experience is. Choose to learn. Choose that to be the meaning. Never be afraid to go into your shadow. Until next time, stay weird.